included in the first part of this unit. We dealt with pronouns, subject pronouns, object pronouns, possessive, adjectives, pronouns, and reflexive pronouns, interrogative, relative, indefinite, and demonstrative pronouns as well. If you don't have any questions in that regard, we can immediately move to the next part. Let me extend my screen and zoom in a little. So maybe this way it's better. So can you see the document? Is it clear for you? Guys, do you hear me? We only have this one last part of the unit, so this is just the explanation of relative clauses. Can anyone tell me what is a relative clause? Relative sentence or clause?
Is it like the second part of a complex sentence? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that could be it. So, and what is, or how can you tell?
There's usually a comma between them.
There's usually a comma, or sometimes we also have
Semicolon?
yes, or what kind of pronouns?
Pronouns.
Yeah.
Like which, that.
Exactly, and these are called relative pronouns. That's it. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so do you have any questions? I mean, everyone. So in here, it says that when a sentence has two clauses, the second often gives us more information about something, someone. So this is just to explain it in how to say, in a more detailed way. So I wanted to go to this part. So we use relative pronouns like which or that to refer to a thing or another person. So this is, just to explain that which is only used for things, for stuff, not people. However, that can be used for both. What else? Also relative adverbs. For example, this is the office where he works, or we can say at which he works. He works at this office. I'll never forget the day when I visited Silicon Valley, or I'll never the day on which I visited Silicon Valley. And So these are for normal standard relative clauses. However, we have reduced ones. The reduced ones are where we can omit the pronoun. For example, the winner is a person who scored the most points. So the winner is the person scoring the most points. The first prize is for the most points which are scored in the game. First prize is for the most points scored in the game. So instead of mentioning or giving specific detail about, we're still given specific or more details about what we're talking about. However, we avoid or skip the pronouns or adverbs or anything. So this is the only difference between a reduced relative clause and a standard normal one. And here is where I want to hear your voices. So we have a set of sentences. Let me see. This is, the only two that appear on the first page. So we say, that is the computer I would like to buy. So in this case, this sentence is complete, it's coherent, and it's grammatically correct because it's a reduced relative clause. However, if I want to add a pronoun here, what can I say?
Which I would like to buy.
Exactly, very good. Which I would like to buy, or that I would like to buy. That would be correct too. The second one, Core 2 Duo is a new Intel processor. Contains about 291 million transistors. So in this case, the second sentence is really dependent on the first one. If you see the difference between the two. In this case, I cannot say, or I cannot neglect or omit my relative pronoun or adverb. It is needed. So Core 2 Duo is a new Intel processor which or that contains about 291 million transistors. Is it clear? I suppose. Thank you. All right. So let's move to the next page. So a webmaster is a person designs, develops, maintains a website. So how can I? Yes, very good. It's who. A webmaster is a person who designs, develops, and maintains a website. However, if I want to, like, for example, we're talking about someone, so I'd say, like, my friend is the webmaster designing, developing, and maintaining a website. So do you see the point? This is just because you might face an activity or exercise where they ask you to express an idea differently. So we can use who or that. And then if I want to make it into two different independent sentences, I can say, my friend is a webmaster. And a webmaster is the person who designs, develops, and maintains a website. In that case, I would say, my friend is the webmaster who designs or designing, developing, and maintaining the website or a website. Okay? The next one. I mean, if you already know the a bus is an electric pathway. carry signals between computer devices?
Which?
Which, very good. If I want to omit the pronoun here, how can I say it? Nobody?
Carrying, miss.
Very good. Thank you so much. Yes, it's carrying. The next one. Here's the DVD you lent me.
Which you lent me.
Which you lent me, or we can keep it
That
as
you.
it is. That you lent me, or here is the DVD you lent me. That's also correct. Okay. Okay, next one. Last night, okay, this should be 6, not 56. Sorry. Last night I met someone works for GM at software as a software engineer. Who, very good.
Who?
Who works? Yes, very good. Who works? Okay. Next activity. Complete the sentences using who, which, that, whose, or where. So she works for a company.
Which?
Whose main office?
Yeah. What do you think?
Where, miss? Where main office is in Rome.
Okay. If you say so.
If
Where
we
would
say
you?
where,
Mm-hmm.
it's supposed where the main office. No?
Yeah. So it's
Because we could say whose main office, but if we use where, we need the.
yes. Then we need yes. Then it won't be a simple pronoun. It would turn into an adverb. Very good. Yeah. So in this case, we cannot say where. We say whose. So she works for a company whose main office is in Rome. Is it clear? I think this is a little bit confusing, but you'll get the hang of it because here we are talking about the company itself. We're not talking about the person or Rome or the main office. Okay? The next one. They have invented a digital video camera can be used or can be carried in the pocket of your jacket. So
Which, miss?
very good. Which or that? The next one. Do you know the school he studied? So over here we're talking about the school.
Where, miss?
Very good. Where? And then the next one. Microsoft and Nokia was considered as a marriage made in hell. It was Ballmer decided to buy Nokia. So, who? Very
Who
good.
decided?
Yes, very good. Who decided to buy Nokia? She will be responsible for anything goes wrong.
That goes wrong.
That or which goes wrong. Very good. Just to between brackets, I'm typing the correct or the correction of the activities in the share notes. If you could see them. And let me paste first one, two. So that way you have them. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do this or not, but I think you really need these for preparing for the exam. It is going to be online, by the way. I'm not sure. I think I already told your delegate, but well, yeah, you are, of course, you know. Anyways, the next activity. So give the total form of definitions using the right relative pronouns. Sorry. Yeah, so this is it. A barcode is a pattern of printed black lines. So how can we define it? Using relative clauses, of course. A barcode is a pattern of printed black lines. What do we do with them, with those black lines? If you want to tell me what a barcode is, what would you say? Oh, don't you have any answers?
It's like a representation of data that the machine could read.
Yes, very good. But how does it okay, let me rephrase my question. What is it in it for us? How is a barcode useful for us?
Miss, a barcode is a pattern which was printed black lines.
In here, you need to give more information from what you already know. So you would rather say a barcode is a pattern of printed black lines, which or that are applied or attached to products so that it would be easier for us to identify them quickly. For example, So you just need to be creative in this case and use your background knowledge to give definitions of these terms or stuff. Okay, maybe this one was a little bit confusing. Let's go to the, okay, I'll give you, I'll type in the model. Oh, yeah, sorry. These are, in here, sorry, you have these 4. Yeah, you have these 4 terms. You have barcode, palm top, antivirus, and CD-ROM. So we just need to give them a small definition based on what you already know, using, of course, the right relative pronouns. That's all. So the first one, it says a barcode is a pattern of printed black lines that are applied, maybe, or attached, assigned, maybe, to a specific product so that it's easier for us to identify them quickly. I mean, this is just, I think that would be the easiest way to say it. However, a palm top, what is it? It is a very small computer, but what can it do? Or why is it called a palm top? What is a palm?
A palm top is a computer that you could carry in your hand.
Yes, very good. We can say that. So it's which or that. Very good, perfect. Number 3, an antivirus program is a type of software. What does it do? It keeps your computer.
That protects the computer from viruses.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. And then the last one, a CD-ROM is a common storage device.
A CD-ROM is a device which we can store data in.
Very good. And we can store data. Yeah. Yes.
Miss,
But
can we
here-
use where there?
Yes, we
CD-ROM is a
could.
common storage device where you can store data.
Very good, where you can store data. But here, if you need also to refer to the ROM itself, so it is a read-only memory, right? So if you want to add this detail to the definition, how would you say it? So you could, I'll make it easier. So you could say CD-ROM is a storage device or a common storage device where you can store data, or that contains, or that, what did you say? What was the, which we can use to store data, for example. But then we can say whose memory is read-only, for example. So in this case, yeah, just so we can use all of them. I mean, different pronouns. That's all. But yeah, all of your answers were correct. And let me just paste here the correction. As I said, your answers were not wrong, but this is just the Un modèle de réponse, en quelque sorte. So something you could keep. Yeah, here it says, it is a pattern of printed black lines that or which are applied to products as means of quick identification. It's a device, a palm top is a very small computer which can or that can fit in the palm of your hand. An antivirus program is a type of software that or which is or are. Of course, by the way, yes, I wanted to mention something. So when we say that, we use the third person then. We say that is designed to do stuff. However, if you use which, it depends. Sometimes we can say which are, sometimes we say which is. Like it really depends on what is related to it. For example, I say cats are the animals that I can never stand, that I don't like. No. Cats are, or let's not say cats. Computers are devices that can be used. No, that are. No. Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm confusing you. So, yeah, I don't know. This was. Whoever typed this was wrong. Which an antivirus program is a type of software that is or which is designed to prevent search. Yeah, it depends. Both are, sorry for the confusion. Both really depend on what is previously said. They are really, yes, exactly. Thank you, Riyad. Sorry, I was confused myself and I confused you. I'm talking so much. I'm sorry. But yeah, as I said, all your answers were correct. This is just an example that you can keep and use later on. All right, the last activity would be shorten these sentences without changing the order. Where it's not possible to shorten, right cannot be shortened. The last activity. So the books that are on the desk are mine. Yes, the books on the table are mine. Very good. The next one. Save electricity by reducing the number of computers that are left on overnight. Very good. Computers left on overnight. The computer which was infected by a virus was cleaned. Very good, Ahmed. The computer infected by a virus was cleaned. Very good. The scientists who were working on Project Manhattan were from different nationalities.
The scientists working on the Project Manhattan are from different nationalities.
Very good. Yeah, it's either are or were. Both could be correct. Very good. The next one, number 5. The disk, which was damaged, could not be read. Yes, we can shorten it. Yeah. But if we were to reorder the words, the wording, if we try to reorder the wording, and then maybe we could. Who would like to try?
It would become the damaged disc could not be read.
Very good. The damaged disc cannot be read. Perfect. And then the last one, I gave a book which was written by Stephen Hawking to Mary last week.
I gave a book written by Stephen Hawking to Mary last week.
Very good. Perfect. So, and let me go to the shared notes. And I'm sorry for the birds in the background. They just never stop tweeting. Okay. And this is D. Working. Yeah. So we could not shorten it, but we reordered the wording. So yes, this is, I suppose, it for the third unit. So yeah, we're done with the last unit of your syllabus for this semester. Did you guys copy what is in the shared notes, or do you want me to send you a PDF of it? Okay, I'll just leave it here.
I think if you could like send us like the whole thing a PDF so we could share it with everyone else. Because not everyone is in.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, no problem.
you.
Give me a second. I'll just have to copy it. I mean, I need to find what I dropped it first. Okay, here. Okay, so I'll copy, or I'll do the whole unit keys. So this way everyone would have access to them. All right. Do you have any questions regarding the relative pronouns, clauses, compound words, all what we did in previous units? No? No questions? Everything clear? Yeah, there was one thing. Last time, some activities I shared with you in the forum, and you were supposed to answer them or do the activities. I was actually glad that people did them, and there is the part where you had to either summarize or explain how memory is measured. I would like to just randomly pick a summary and an explanation and correct it with you, just so you could have an example, if you like. But if you're already tired and you want to go, I won't hold you back. I mean, it's really up to you. If you want to correct something together, I'm open or down for it. So, all right. So, let me then go back to the board. Oh no. Just give me 1 sec. I'll copy this first. Okay, if you could all go to the shared notes part or window. Yes, that's where I'll be pasting. So this is where you had to the text you were supposed to summarize. A bit is a binary digit, the smallest. Well, obviously, you've read it. And this is someone's attempt to summarize it, which was pretty good. It says, the bit is the simplest unit in a numbering system, which can take only two values, 0 or 1. Since the bit is too small to store an information, there is the byte, which is a combination of 8 bits. A gigabyte, that's a huge number that I'm not going to read, but it's not 1 billion bytes as might be expected because computers use binary base 2 instead of a decimal base 10 system. You still see the previous things. Oh. Wait a minute. Sorry. Wait. Okay. Yeah. I'm having trouble to load the whiteboard here. Sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, but I'm sorry, I still can't, the whiteboard is not loading, so. Yeah, if you go to the shared notes, not partagé, it's where you can see the text. Scroll all the way down. I pasted it here, but if you're on your laptops, you could check the link from the last time, and then you have the whole text there. So what do you think of this summary of the whole text? Oh no, Riyad, the first part is the text, the second one is the summary. Let me do this. So this is the text. The text is in bold. The other, the smaller one is the summary, and it looks pretty good. It's clear. So just like, I would like to mention that when you're typing, the best way or the best use of space and comma are no space between the last word and the comma, but space between the comma and the next word, like in here, which. Okay, and then, yeah, one more thing. Since this is more like technical text, you're just explaining about numbers and stuff, it's all right to write the numbers. However, if you're writing a text and you're mentioning like not the values here, like 0 and 1 are values, but if we're talking about numbers, it would be best to write them down. So from 0 to 19, to 12, it's best to write them in letters instead of numbers. I think that's it. But if you'd like, if you want to summarize the text together, how do you think we should start? So we remove the long definition. What else? We can also remove the examples. Perfect. So yes, this is it. The best way in summarizing, like in any language, not specifically English or French, you remove the definitions and you remove the unneeded examples because you're just trying to give the abstract information. No need for much detail. Many details. Bits are assembled into a group of 8 points. All right. So for this one, I would say the example we have here is the more or less best way to summarize our text, and I personally liked it because it was mentioning, or the person who did mentioned all the needed information without giving too much or too less, which is good. However, the next, or the alternative question, most people did not really answer it. Most of you preferred to summarize instead of writing a text. I have one here saying a person who actually played it really smart. So instead of giving so much information that was not mentioned already in the text, they somehow summarized it. And it says the smallest increment of data is, in computer is called a bit. 8 bits create 1 byte, which can be enough to contain most information using ASCII or 2 code. Computer's memory is simply a multi-application bytes called megabyte, gigabyte, or terabyte. So pretty simple, short, and easy to understand, even if someone is not really into this. I will also just copy paste this for you here. And you could have it as well. And this is it. So if you don't have any questions, if everything is clear, thank you so much for attending. Yeah. And good luck with the exam. Feel free to email me anytime, or if you need any help or assistance with anything, if anything is not clear enough for you, I would be more than glad to help. I see some of you are playing on the board.